ways to showcase the city and make people want to come here. And one film at a time, one step at a time, that's what we do. Those who don't know, we just had a bit of good news. So last year, through blood, sweat, and tears, and a hurricane, we shot Fifth Ward, season 1. Right? Some of you might know this, but I'm really to say that the network, with UMC, which is owned by AMC Network, renewed us for season 2 and 3. So we will be back. Cameras will roll sometime in May. We'll be shooting for 4 months straight.
As for, this is a question for filmmakers. There are a lot of up-and-coming filmmakers who do projects and maybe doing their first project. You've been doing this for a while. You've been doing it in Houston for a while. You know Houston, but I'm certain there are certain resources here in Houston that if you had your top 3 things, what's the advice that you would give to a filmmaker that don't forget this, this, and this if you were shooting a movie here in Houston? For instance, like the Houston Film Commission.
Yeah. Well, Houston Film Commission makes so many things that I do possible. They are a tremendous supporter of me and my work and my vision and things I'm trying to do. Also, besides that, Southwest Ultimate Media Project, SWAMP, is a terrific resource. And if I might say, there's a little organization called Impact that has had quite an impact on things, you know what I'm saying? But Impact, of course, is Jaylene's organization. It's an arts organization. They do seminars and conferences and whatnot 2 or 3 times a year. Yeah. And they just had one in Film Festival in October. And what they did there was they brought a lot of people in to talk about the industry and things you can do if you want to be engaged in it. I want to throw a shout out to my man, I thought I saw D here, maybe not. But anyway, the National Black Film Festival, they doing good stuff over there. And on top of that, I would like to say, those are some resources, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna give you one more resource. Work on your writing. I would tell young writers. With all the tools that we have available to us, you think, okay, all I need is a better camera, or a better actor, or whatever. No, work on your story. It's the cheapest thing you can do. Ink and paper is the cheapest thing you can have, but you can make your script the best it can be, and then execute that to the best of your ability. And that's how you make, that's how you can get and gain traction. Show people that you can do it, you can deliver.
This movie was made in about 15 days, I think we shot.
15 days, yes.
15 days being in production. Some people hear 15 days like, oh my God, how can I shoot a whole movie in 15 days? Matt Hatter actually asked me that this morning. Explain that in terms of this type of movie.
Well, you understand going into the psychology of it, what is the actual core of it. And so most of the movie starts, the second act of the film starts when it's Christmas time. We introduce all the characters in the first act, which is pretty much 4th of July. And then in the second act, we are all about trying to set up the conflict. And that's when we get to the house. And the conflict, sometimes you sit in the audience, you want to see if everything works. So when she opened that door and she saw it was him, everybody was like, ooh, this is going to get interesting. So, you know, I knew that with this particular film, it could be done for a small budget because most of the locations were in the house. And so we only had a few locations outside the house. So write your script with begin with the end in mind, I would say. Always understand that when you're writing and you're putting something together, you know, how you gonna eat an elephant one bite at a time. So make sure that you have the right size elephant and the right size fork. If you're writing a movie and I had to learn this lesson. If you're writing a movie that has to have 8 weeks of production and it's a big budget, then maybe that's not the budget you do when all you got is, you know, $25,000. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are thinking about that as you go, and don't try to let your aspirations. Make the best movie you can, but understand what you're trying to do with the resources you have to execute.
How was it on time? Somebody was keeping time. special time do I have for him?
So you still good?
It's 11:02.
What's the actual time?
11:02.
Okay, so I got about 8 minutes.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about, in terms of the soundtrack, like where is that available? How can they get any of that music?
Okay, so the soundtrack will be available on Saturday, and you can go to Apple Music or Spotify or Amazon Music, and you can download it. I was listening to it on the way over here, and I was like, dang, this is good music, Charlie. Okay. So it's a really great soundtrack, and it's will be available, so definitely check it out. Again, Saturday, you'll be able to get it.
And this movie comes out on TV on November 17th, and it'll run
All through the holidays. It's almost running, I looked at some of the master schedule, it's almost running every other day, twice a day, all the way through like January. So they're really happy with the movie, and because of that, I think we got a lot of people out.
And you talked about your cinematic universe and your characters. Does anybody here, or has anybody seen Fifth Ward, the TV series? Other than the actors that's in it, the crew that worked on it, anybody else, right? Did you happen to notice any of the other actors from Fifth Ward in this movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
So y'all saw that cinematic universe that he's talking about? Saw Amelia, who knows Amelia Jeffries?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? She was sitting in the lawyer's office.
Joanne.
She's from Fifth Ward, and in Fifth Ward, there's some connection to this scene without me going into season.
The actors, okay, so I do cast, I like Spike and a lot of the directors, I do cast a lot of people, so, that I love to work with. And so some of them are playing different characters in this show, of course, so, but I do have characters of people who were in the show, who were playing a character from Fifth Ward, but they were in the film. So, you mentioned Amelia, we had Sheldon Jolivet was playing Reverend Parker, Caden was playing James, right? And so,
Shout out to the mailman.
shout out to the mailman. There's some things out of my control, some things end up on the cutting room floor, but you know, hey, that's how showbiz works sometimes. But that's part of what I try to do, is try to make sure that I can be as inclusive as possible when I try to put together shows, particularly with people that I love working with.
When you do casting, do you sort of shoot for the moon and say, you know, I'm gonna go after Denzel, right? Even people that you think are out of reach, you go after them anyway, or you just kind of know these are my little choices right here, these three or whatever?
I always think about the fact that I know that every choice has a consequence. So if you were to get Denzel and he wanted, you know, $100,000, that means, ooh, Chef Nedra not gonna have all the money
Right.
she needed to cook.
And we needed that food.
And we needed that food. So if I have to vote for Denzel or Chef Nedra, I'm going with Chef Nedra. So it's like one of those things where I try to be very judicious with, because I take it, when I don't direct, I line produce. And line producers are the people who basically handle the budget for films. And so what I try to do is be a good steward of the resources I have, because I know that every decision, again, like I say, one way means something else another way. So you got to be careful of that. Yeah.
So you had Sean Blakemore, Terry Vaughn, Tammy Townsend. These are three leads in their own lane from various sitcoms, movies, etc. What's egos like on set when you're dealing with, you know, established national actors?
Make sure nobody recording me. They was no, I'm just playing. No, everybody was joy to work with. I think the most important thing you can do as a director is you need to be able to be a good communicator. And when I come to the set, I feel like I need to be the most prepared person there. So not only do I have the script, but I have my storyboards. I'll storyboard out every scene to explain that to the people who are the cast, to explain that to the people who are the crew, exactly what I want to see. Because I don't really shoot, my editor is here, Sean Blaze, there he is, Blaze. Blaze will tell you, Blaze edits all my stuff, he'll tell you, I don't shoot at a very high ratio. Like you'll see in those movies, they'll be like, take 20, take 30. No, I'm pretty much, you got 3 takes, and that's about it. And so I'll often will storyboard everything almost down to the cuts itself. And so when we get into the editorial process, it actually comes together pretty quickly. So I really try to make sure that we kind of stay focused on what we need to get, what we have to get, and then we put it all together. One day when we have, maybe like 10 weeks instead of 3 weeks to shoot a movie, then I'll be a little bit more judicious.
And how stressful is that? So you shot in about 2 weeks, and I remember our delivery deadline to turn the film over was October 15th.
Right.
So how stressful is that, knowing that you just finished shooting like the end of September, and you got to turn around and turn this film in 2 weeks later or so?
Well, the real deal is we work under such pressure cooker all the time. Me and Sean were like, man, we got a whole 3 weeks to edit the movie? I don't know what I'm doing all that time. We were actually pretty happy. And then, like, when we talked to people who have worked with me on C4, like I worked on Fifth Ward, we were shooting, when we shot that, maybe like 10 pages a day, or maybe, sometimes 9, 10 pages a day, and everybody was cool with it. We just had, this is what we got to do. So when we came on this one, we had like 5 to 6 pages a day. It was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Only difference was I didn't have all my team normally shoot with me, so there was a learning curve there. But other than that, most people who have been, I kind of keep the same people around me when I shoot. So they know exactly how I'm going to go and how I'm thinking, so that we can get everything down and get it effectively knocked out.
Yeah, having the right team is important.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You got to have the right team. And then once you build that team, keep that team close to you and keep rolling with it.
And you said something earlier about working on a small budget. Now, would we say this is a small budget for Houston or a small budget for Hollywood?
This would be a small budget for Hollywood. However, I think that, whatever money you got to do a movie, and when you're putting something together, there will be the expectations of it. So, the expectations of me having, $2 million, $3 million versus having $250,000, it's pretty much the same. People demand, they expect for me to come with a miracle. And so, they're not expecting anything less. So even though I could, you don't get a chance to put an asterisk by the film. Well, it would have been better if we would have had more time. It would have been better if we had, no one wants to hear that. So you have to be able to be prepared and make it work. Elsewise, you got it. Well, being a director is kind of funny. It's like this. If everything goes right, you get all the credit. If everything goes wrong, you get all the blame. So you got to be prepared for that. And so because of that, what I do is only possible because I have so many great artisans working around me, from production design. I saw John Goodall there somewhere. There he is, big player. To the music, to wardrobe, HMU hair, makeup, Glam Squad. Everybody's just working hard to make what we need to do good. Sean Mack, where was Sean? I saw Sean Mack somewhere in there. Oh, he's over there. Sean Mack is Sean Mack makes everything go smooth. It's like when Sean Mack go out, he's just like, don't worry, G, I got this. He just make the problems go away. Don't worry, G, I handled it. You don't even know why.
We're going to actually go ahead and bring the cast and crew up
Oh,
now.
yes.
If you guys would join us, those that were
Everybody who
members,
contributed on the movie, cast,
come on,
crew,
our music
Sean
people.
Mack, come on up. All my folk.
And while they're coming down here, let everybody know what's next for Greg Carter, our Nexus production.
Okay, so we are very close to getting a deal done so that we would do, I mentioned a movie called City of Syrup. There's also another movie called The Black Man's Guide to Understanding Black Women. And I'm working on, one of those will probably happen before we actually start shooting season 2 and 3 of Fifth Ward. Season 2 of Fifth Ward begins shooting in May. So, and also we did a reality show. I shot a reality show in Memphis. And we're in post-production right now. So that's called The Pull Up that I'm doing with a guy named Black Evans from Atlanta. So, yeah, come on up, yo! My Kim folk is here.
A lot of people here.
Out of here. So, Zai, I don't know how we're gonna do this, so we can get this picture off and everybody up here.
And this is just a small, really group of people that worked on the film, just to
Yes.
give lay people an idea of how many people it can take to shoot a film, even a short film. You know, and this was a
Come on down. Don't be
feature
shy.
film without special
Get closer,
effects
come on.
and
Get
cartoons
closer.
and stuff.
Hold on. Come on. All right, so we're gonna get. I see. Closer than close. I can sing it, man. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start the mic on this end, and then I'd like for everybody to give your name and what you did in the movie, just to keep it passing. And we're gonna start down here, and I'm gonna start here and pass it down. And then after we do that, we're gonna get a group picture. Gotta get Zion, so.
I guess I get to be number one here. Okay, Walter Morales, I was one of the band members. I was guitarist. Antoine Hart, I'm a producer and songwriter.
Jay Tobin, I was a producer and a feature on songs.
Jason Johnson, I was in the wedding scene as the best man.
Jason, my cousin, will make it.
Jessica Ann, and I was the maid of honor.
Michael Wakefield, one of the room.
Katie Wilson, played instrument school band.
And he's also one of our stars in Fifth Ward.
You crazy, you crazy, you do you crazy.
Justin Wilson, August Peter.
Stephon 007 Davis, Troy, aka Postman. And also the who made the radio request. Yeah, so.
My name is Mohini Sane. I'm one of the bridesmaids in the bridal scene.
Amelia Jeffries, I played Loretta Davis. And one of our stars from Fifth Ward.
Vicki Moore, and I was the baby mama.
Baby mama, holding my baby. Shaw Gary, and I was a production coordinator. Oh, did you go? Oh, sorry.
Evangeline Gabriel, the mother of the groom, Espanol.
And one of the stars from Fifth Ward.
The Kiara Nancy, and I was Tiffany.
I'm Henry Robia Nathaniel, and I am the cameraman, the rolling operator.
Rashida Porche, production assistant and go-to person.
Scott Sabo, I'm a composer. I'm Sean Blaze Henderson, I'm the editor.
Chef Nedra, craft services and cater. Also, I help with some of the scenes setting up the food. So. Yeah, a little extra. Who's a little extra too? Yeah.
Amazing food. Right.
Yes.
Helena James, hair and makeup. So you're just gonna be in
My name is Noreen Pretty, and I was one of the wardrobe assistants.
Yes.
Lady Sullivan, PIC.
Charlie Mack, music supervisor. How y'all doing?
Coach Carter with Insta Soul Band and Coloris Band and Band.
Jay Wachowski, I played the bass player. Cody Felix, I was a production assistant.
John Mack, I was a co-producer.
Emma Donald, I was the travel coordinator.
James Jones, music producer. And there was some people who had, okay. My daughter was there, she had a song in the movie. Just wave, baby, there you go. There you go. All right. And,
I want to shout out Carolyn Ramsey. She's sitting in the audience. She should be up here. She should be up here. Hello. Come up, please. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But she sang the end credit song. That last song sounded like Whitney. Everybody check out. See how beautiful she is as well. And she sings very well. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all heard.
do a little bit of a shout out to this, because she made it all happen, my mama. Mama, hey mama. She really made it all possible. So, that being the case, everybody, let's kind of gather up. Men, if y'all get in the back, let the ladies get toward the front. And then let's pose up and get this group picture. Okay, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go right here and do my prison pose. Yeah, can we cut the lights up real quick?
I'm trying to say something, Greg. Say it, music.
I just wanted to say on behalf of the mayor, even though you're in Katy, thank you for bringing this morning to you.
I wanted to say one other thing while she just said, the mayor's office, I mentioned the city of Houston, but the mayor's office has been phenomenal, been so supportive. I'm trying to do something that we can all be proud of, so thank you so much. I appreciate everything, and we're gonna keep it going, All right, so everybody, can we bring the lights up a little bit more? Is that as much as we can get it? Okay, all right.
There we go.
All right, there we go. So I'm gonna get right here. Do my prison. There it is. Let's go. Right here. No, I don't want to. All right, and where are we looking for? Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5. All right, now everybody throw up the H, yo. When you throw up the H sound.
Y'all sorry. Y'all gotta make sure y'all say something. Say something.
Say something.
I gotta say one crazy Christmas.
One crazy Christmas!
Oh, that was good. Let's do that one more time. All right, on three. One crazy Christmas. One crazy Christmas.
1, 2, 3.
One crazy Christmas!
Okay, I love y'all, but you gotta go. Ted. T-Y-D-A.
Thanks to all my friends for coming out.
11:30.
D, Mike,
I'll see you later. Don't let the
Vera,
doorknob hit you.
Mike, I got 2 mics in the
Lord,
house.
take off. Love you. Gotta go.
Thank you everybody to the dancing class.
Ted.
Be outside so we can take pictures, please. I love you. Hey, meet me over there.
You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. Oh, really? I love it. Girl.
Okay, finish. Okay, we got to do this.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I do.